Hey everybody, Steve List here. This is video number 15. It is June 20th, 2024. Checking out our tomatoes. They are full, they're looking good. We have not watered for 2 weeks. So what I've done here with this row is I soaked them really good first, and now I got the hose on a trickle for about 15 minutes to give it a deep soaking. We're still trying to get these air pockets out of here and make sure, you got to make sure the water's coming out of here and you got good drainage. We're going to show you that in a second because we have an issue. But I want to concentrate a little bit on the varieties here. We have the good old-fashioned standalone, for me, one of my top 5 tomatoes, the Sun Gold Cherry, and definitely one of the best. Everybody should have a Sun Gold Cherry in their garden. Then we have this bad boy. This is a Golden Nugget, and the comparison on this, night and day. I would never plant this again. Not a very good flavor, kind of mushy, just not a good thing. So as we're talking, my timer went off. We might be able to make some salsa with these guys, but as far as just picking the tomato and eating it like the Sun Gold, nah, I don't think I'd ever plant that one again. We have our handy dandy moisture meter here. So again, 2 weeks ago, we deep soaked like I'm doing, and you can see how full everything is. Wow, look at this guy. Let's pick this, because if we pick it, it'll ripen a little bit more on its own. And this is the Kellogg's Breakfast. So we got a Kellogg's tomato grown with Kellogg's products. How's that sound? Anyhow, here you go, Danny. And this is our problem here. What do you think's going on here? Jason, what's going on?
It looks like you need some water, mister.
It does, but it doesn't. Our mindset always says when we see a drooping and dry plant to water it. A dying plant from overwater looks exactly like a dying plant from underwater. And the problem here is it's clogged. There's no drainage. And you could put this in here and it says wet, right? Whereas this tomato, who's got great drainage, this one is dry as a bone. Okay? So this guy is what we want. So what is going on in here? This is bad. This tomato won't come back. I'm kind of upset because it was a Paul Robinson. Let's pull this thing out and see what it looks like. So we're gonna dump it out and we're gonna take a look at why it wasn't draining and see if we can figure this out. Yeah, you see how moist this is? When you get a root rot, the roots will just disintegrate. These little feeder roots at the ends will just come right off. They're all mushy. So see how that happened? Just pulling these off. The little tiny feeder roots on the root will be mushy, and this is a good example of a root rot. This was definitely caused by not getting enough drainage, but you can see there's some pretty good holes in there. But for some reason it plugged up, it rotted out, it's done. What I will do next year is I'll put a layer of gravel down here. I may even put a couple more holes on the bottom just to make sure. But it also could have been the hay and the other dirt that's around it that blocked it in there. But there you go, a great example of overwater. Now here's a great example of underwater, because you don't want to water your tomatoes. Let them dry out. Every one of our tomatoes is completely full and they're ripening. Oh, here's another issue. Take a look at this. You got a lot of the aphids on here, and mostly the exoskeletons, because the ladybird beetles are all over these things eating up the aphids. I did see some ants in here. I tried to discourage them, and as we know, the ants are gonna protect the aphids. But other than that, I can deal with this. I might want to wash them off. Look at this. You got some dead stuff down here. Do you care? No. What do I care about? I care about this. I care about all these tomatoes. If I've got some dead leaves or a funny looking plant, and I've got a lot of tomatoes, that's okay too. Anyhow, next week, we'll give you another video. We'll be tomato tasting soon. Hope everybody's having a great summer. Peace out.